Hey guys, well, patch 5 has just finished downloading, so we're on to version 1.10.7.0, and the biggest news is it's broken the FlyByWire mod. So for this little test we're going to be back in the default A320, which means it comes without all the bells and whistles that we've gotten used to, which is a crying shame. But the FlyByWire team will be working hard on it, I'm certain of that. In fact, I know they already are. Let's hope they can turn that around quickly. This seems to be it's probably going to happen with every update now, isn't it? As soon as Microsoft bring out the latest update, there's going to be a new problem and things will need fixing. I also believe that Rex weather has broke as well, so it's not just the A320 mod, but there we go. So one of the things I want to have a quick look at is a couple of things to mention straight off is finally, and this is great news for anybody. Evening Gabriel, hope you're well, mate. Yeah, so just saying, we're no longer in the fly-by-wire aircraft because it's broke. We're going to have to wait for the mod team to fix that. But one of the big things which has come in, and I've been praying for this since day one, I don't know why it wasn't implemented, but what it does mean is finally we have weights in kilograms. There we go, look at that. We're no longer in litres or gallons, we're in kilograms. So that makes sorting things out from my flight plans in SimBrief, flying around Europe, much easier. And a quick look at doing that, because you do have to set that up. So if you go into the general options, where are we? There we go. Go into the general options, down to miscellaneous, and here we go. Units of measurement, so metric, US, or hybrid. I've not tried hybrid, but uses feet for altitude. We should probably stick with that, shouldn't we? Alright, let's go with that. So we'll apply and save that, see what happens there. If anyone watching wants me to try anything out, by the way, please ask, feel free, and I'll see what we can do. So let's just resume that. Now, has this changed anything then? So as far as we're going on here, yeah, we're still in kilograms, that's good. That's what we want. So that will make loading and putting those details in much quicker. Oh, good news. So that's one plus point of the new mod. The other thing I've seen is a lot of the camera things have changed. So we've now got a track IR option up here. I don't have that, so I'm not turning that on. Now the smart cam has now got targets. I never used smart cam. What does that do? So smart cam, we can look at the flight path, active runway, different airports. So, oh, that's just confusing. Yeah, we're not going to stick with that. Let's turn that off. Okay, so we'll leave smart cam turned off, but you have got targets there for whatever that means. So we've now got a pilot view, which actually it used to be called landing and close. I think that's now just changed to instruments 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Oh, there we go. First officer view. So that's something new. I think I preferred it when they gave them actual names as opposed to instruments 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Don't know which one I prefer now. Incidentally, if you want to know where is the best view to sit in the A320, it's meant to, you see these little eyeline balls here. Try and get the red one covering the white one. If I just look over here, show you what I mean. There we go. So that's right in the centre. So for the pilot's view, you want to try and get it so you're covering up the red ball. There you are. So that is essentially meant to be the perfect view. I don't know if any of those predetermined ones does that. So hang on, let me move that over there out of the way. So that's not quite. That's not far off. So you can play with that and set your own view up there, can't you? If anyone's wondering why I'm flying at night, by the way, I'm going to change that. We'll have a little play around. But apparently the night lights have all been fixed and we get better reflections on the water, so we're going to test that out in a moment when we take off. So yeah, so we've got different views from from a pilot's perspective. They've changed the names. What else we got? Instruments, yeah, they're all the same as before, aren't they? They're the exact same names, so that doesn't help. Quick view, I never use these. Oh, that'll make you feel sick if you're zooming around those quickly, so let's turn that off. Alright, so let's stick with what we know. I do prefer the upper position though. Alright, so let's stick with that. Now, apparently it said something as well in the release notes about the metadata being updated as well. And in order to do that, I'm going to have to take off so that I can contact the ATIS. Don't know why I can't listen to the ATIS while I'm on the ground waiting after I've been cleared for takeoff, but there you go. So we'll check that out. I've got live ATIS in front of me, so we'll see if we're anywhere close to what the Dublin ATIS actually is. So just having a look around then, the night lighting I think does appear a little better. It just seems a little crisper or sharper. Don't know what you guys think. If you agree with me on that one, just type yes or no. But no, that looks good. Happy with that. I'm going to fly over the Irish Sea in a minute and we'll see what it looks like reflective wise. So I've already mentioned kilograms. So Rex is apparently broke if you use Rex weather. I don't, because I had the feeling that every time they updated it, it would break it. So didn't bother getting Rex. And of course, as we've already mentioned, the A320 fly-by-wire mod is broke as well. So this is the default version that we've had to come back to, which is why everything looks a little small and not quite right. We've lost a few things that we're used to. So what I will do is I will just put in where we're taking off from, and we'll land there as well. Evening, Mad Pilot. Evening, Richard. Yerd, yes. Yeah, so I think the night lights look great. Mad Pilot, thank you for the compliment. It wasn't a bad landing. I've definitely done worse. Particularly as there was no wing drop this afternoon. That worked out quite nicely, didn't it? So Echo India Delta Whiskey, Echo India Delta Whiskey. You just want to go from there to there. We'll cruise. I want to cruise quite low actually, so we'll just cruise at about 4,000 feet this evening. We'll pop an EasyJet cost index there for 8. Flight number, oh I don't know, it's Halloween isn't it? Nearly 666, that'll do. Right, okay, I don't really want to put a flight plan in. I don't want to mess about with that, particularly as this is the default aircraft, not the mod. So tell you what I will do actually, I'll just put some sort of instrument just put a departure away in there. Oh, notice, that's quite neat. Is that right? See, Dublin has actually just had a new runway being built. So, let me just grab the charts here. That will be quite impressive if that's what they have done. Echo India Delta Whiskey, let's have a look. So, yeah, they have just got a new runway in. So, if I just have a look at the airport itself. Yeah, it has been. It's not in use yet, but this runway is now no longer just 10. It is runway 10 right. That is correct. That is very up to date. I'm impressed with that. Right, I just want a SID that'll take us out over the ocean. Why is the navigation split? Oh well, that'll do. Straightforward. Can't get any more simple than that, can we? And oh lord, what's that? Where on earth is that taking me? Oh, come on, fly-by-wire, guys. Right, okay. Oh, I see. It's just because we're coming back to Dublin afterwards, it thinks that's what we're going to do. Alright, well... Oh, well, let's just leave that in. Okay, let's get in the air and see what happens. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave everything in managed mode and see if the aircraft tries to kill me. Let's see what happens as well. Mad Pilot, no, the update will kill the fly-by-wire mod, which is why I'm back in the default aircraft. They're working on it, so it shouldn't be too long until that's fixed. They're pretty quick at turning that around, but if you hop into your A320 fly-by-wire version, you'll suddenly find out that none of your screens work. So that's a shame. Did the A320NX update drop today? Yes and no. The new update for the flight sim has come out today, which is what we're about to test. However, it wrecks the FlyByWire mod, so back into the default aircraft. Make sure you empty your community folder, guys, before you do the update, otherwise you can have issues. Alright, so flaps 1. I don't know how this is going to fly because I'm not used to flying the default one. I haven't flown the default one ever since the FlyByWire one came out, and it's very crude. Can't even turn the seatbelt signs on. Look at that. Oh well, never mind. But yeah, definitely looking at the night lighting. Oh, Richard, yours didn't update. It's definitely there. So I didn't have it through Steam. I had it through the App Store. So yeah, I don't know if that makes a difference. It just basically tells you on Windows 10 to launch it through the App Store, and it does the update automatically. Mad Pilot, too late. Yeah, they're mandatory updates as well, though, aren't they? There's nothing you can do about it. Right, okay. Is it a problem if you did not? No. All I would say is, if possible, remove any items you've got in your community folder before you launch it, if you can do that, and that will hopefully sort things out. Right, okay, have we got any other updates that we can have a quick look at? Oh yeah, and one big update, the press any key to start screen has now been removed. That is no longer there, and for anyone that joined the stream a little bit late, this is my new favourite feature. Look, we have kilograms. Ha! No longer having to go to a Google webpage to convert from litres into kilograms and pounds into kilograms, so that's fantastic. That's actually going to save me quite a bit of time when I'm planning a flight now. So yeah, that's good. Alright, so there's a couple of other things I'll quickly mention. Apparently motion blur has been added. We'll see about that. New temporal anti-aliasing has been implemented. New temporal upsampling has been fixed when that's render scales below 100%. Night lighting has been improved. We've just discussed that. That looks alright. Water night reflections have been added. Were they not there before? Water night reflections have been added. Okay. Well, let's fly out over the Irish Sea. We'll check that in a moment. And the huge hole in Brazil has been fixed. I can honestly say that has not caused me one bit of problems. So never mind. Mad Pilot, don't worry about it. Lots of things. Lots of people have updated it before without having the community folder empty. You'll be fine. You'll be absolutely fine. Just remove them. Even if it launches first time with it, just simply close the sim down, remove everything in the community folder, just pop it on your desktop, launch the sim again, and once it's launched, close it back down, and then pop everything back in again. It's a faff, but you'll definitely know for next time. Damn shame the seatbelt signs don't work. Yeah, I know. That's got to be the simplest. I mean, they don't actually even need to do anything, do they? You click it and it goes ding. How hard is that? I don't know. I'm not a coder or a developer. I just fly the things. But I would have thought that would have been a simple thing. Okay, so let's take off and let's see what happens. I'm pushing forward and I'm in the default aircraft. I've no crosshairs anymore. I can't see how far forward I'm pushing. Just have to rely on experience for that. I'll just go toga takeoff. So here we go. Let me know if you spot anything. Oh man, toga, SRS and runway. Was the night reflection removed in update 3? Do you know what? I'd not noticed. Shows you how often I fly at night. Near water. So we'll see about that. Okay, whoa, windy. I'm reading your comments and not concentrating on the flying. There we go. Positive rate. Gear up. Hey, do you know what? Those night lighting effects do look better, don't they? Clean the aircraft config up. That does look better. They were just a bit overbearing before, weren't they? we're not overspeeding in the slightest. Right, okay, so it's busted through the 250. So that doesn't work. We'll set climb thrust. And so let's see what happens then if we engage the... Oh, go away. There we go. I want to check the METAR in a moment, so let's just engage the autopilot, see what it does. That has brought us back to 250 knots, so that's okay. Sam, you are very, very welcome. Be great if you can catch some of the live streams as well if you're around. I tend to do those during the day, if possible. We had a great one in Tel Aviv earlier, a good RNAV approach in there. The things with that is I like to do long distance ones, that way I can get some work done during the cruise phase. And well, that just means that it's pretty boring for 3 hours, but the takeoff and arrival's usually pretty exciting. So I'm just looking, I wanted to see if the managed mode climb rate had become a little bit nicer. Has anyone else had problems climbing up at about 6,000 feet per minute? How did I turn off the ATC? I just switched the frequency. I just turned it over. Quick fix. If you're not on their frequency, you can't hear them. Gabriel, yeah, I probably will be doing a stream tomorrow. In fact, tomorrow I plan on coming back from Tel Aviv, where I landed today. Try and keep it realistic. Okay, so far we are following this green line, following the flight plan. Okay, tell you what, let's see if we can climb up to 10,000 feet and climb at a sensible climb rate. That's not looking bad at the moment. Of course, we're in the so got to keep telling people, for new people joining the stream, we're back in the default mode because the fly-by-wire one is broken. Liam, good evening, mate. Yeah, no, just saying, this isn't fly-by-wire. Fly-by-wire is broken following the new update. And look at that climb. That's not being fixed. How uncomfortable. Okay, so we're going to have to maintain manage mode for that. Never mind. We've gotten used to doing that over the past couple of months. Let's have a look outside then. Oh, that was one thing I was going to do, wasn't it? Alright, so apparently the METAR has been updated. So, let me tune into Dublin's. How do we do this? I never use the default ATC. So, Dublin ATIS. Let's check this out. Just going to check this against a real ATIS check.
1,000 feet, few clouds at 4,600 feet, few clouds at 11,600 feet. Temperature 9er, 2.10. QNH 29er decimal 83. ILS runway 10 right in use. Landing and departing runway
Okay, so
right.
it's still giving us QNH, not in hectopascals. Right, so I'm just double checking that. It's not massively out, but it's not 100% up to date either, so there's still a bit of delay with that. So, but still prefer that to Rex because the cloud transitions are not as good with Rex. So yeah, Liam, I was going to hopefully do a VATSIMS flight tonight as well, but that didn't work. Alright, so let's see what a managed descent looks like. Let's go down to 3,000 feet. And do we fall out of the sky or do we descend nicely? Let's watch. Incidentally, for anyone that's interested, if you go above 10,000 feet and then use manage mode for your climb, that seems to work absolutely fine. And from what I can tell, it's trying to do something very strange with the way it handles the speed Richard, live streams normally start anywhere between 9:30 and 10:30. It's usually more to be fair, it's usually more about 10 o'clock by the time I've got everything set up and planned, etc. Well, that descent actually isn't too bad, that descent rate. It's getting a little bit too quick now. I wouldn't go past 2,500 feet per minute. So, Liam, am I an easy... I'll let you into a secret, mate. No, I'm not. I can't... I years ago failed the Class 1 medical due to my eyesight here in the UK. So, unfortunately, that live dream was over. But I thankfully have pilots of the A320 and have studied the A320 in great detail, because I'm sad like that. And all the standard operating procedures that I use are from EasyJet, just because that's where I've got friends and they've basically taught me their standard operating procedures and the do's and don'ts, etc. So anything I do usually comes from them. Must try. Oh, the SoFly Weather Preset Pro. Yeah, I've not got that. So managed descent mode isn't too bad. What I am going to do is, yeah, look at that. Definitely prefer the night lighting, so they've done a good job with that. Let's turn out, and so let's pull the heading book and let's head out over the Irish Sea, see if we can get some reflections in the water, shall we? So for that we do need to be a bit lower. Do you know what I'm going to do? Just for this then, let's just alter the time of day. Here we go. Oh, well, alter the time of day, but we're in Ireland near Dublin. The weather's never going to be that great, is it? So let's see what we can... oh, hang on. Oh, do you know what? For a minute there, I thought it was going to crash. You know, I'm going to jinx this. Touch wood, I have not had a single crash to desktop since the flight sim was launched. Oh, actually, no, that's a lie. I opened the VNAV before I knew about the problem that it had, the VFR map. Let's have a look. Paradox, need help. If I plug in the new Quadrant edition, it always crashes. When I unplug it, it works. Well, funnily enough, Paradox, that's meant to be one of the patch notes. Where's it gone? Let's just see if I can find that. Oh, where's that gone? I've got the patch notes in front of me. Input. Oh yeah, support for the Thrustmaster TCA Quadrant Airbus edition. So, I don't know. Is that meant to be fixed? I've not got it, so I'm afraid I can't help you. I don't know if any of the other guys here have. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little bit of hand flying, just because I want to get us down low to the ocean and see what sort of reflections we can get. Have we still got the limits on? Oh, that's no good. I shouldn't be able to bank that far. Definitely need to come back to the fly-by-wire mod, don't we? Sam, what was that question, mate? Oh, hang on. I'm interrupting, Sam. I will come back to you. I'm looking at that reflection. We all see that? You're right, that wasn't there before, was it? Oh, that looks better. So let's just sort of skim the water a little bit. I don't want to do a sully and crash into the Irish Sea. How's that look? We've definitely got some reflections now, haven't we? There we go. That's awesome. So if we just go back to night time, do we get the evening light reflections? I believe we do. Gabriel, you want to see the full sim brief planning tomorrow? I can have a look at doing that if you want. I just don't like to bore people. If it won't bore you, you're sure I can try and bring the sim brief planning up so you can see everything right from the very, very beginning. Multigamer, do I know why the A320NX mod no longer works? Yes, because today's update from Microsoft has broken it. They are looking to fix that. Good evening, William. Thanks for joining us. Yeah. So we've got the lighting effects. That all looks good.
1,000.
Yeah, do you know what? I'd not even noticed that they disappeared before. But the reflections are all there now. Fantastic. Okay, I'm going to get back in the cockpit because I'm not used to flying an aircraft from this angle. That looks great, doesn't it? Yeah, you can just see the reflections there of sort of like the trees on the coastline. Wonderful. Okay, well I'll tell you what, I'm going to pop us back on autopilot. So, let's climb. Oh, that was a bit drastic, wasn't it? Let's level the aircraft out. Head north. And we're climbing back up to 3,000 feet. So yeah, if you've got the new Thrustmaster Airbus kit, that is meant to have been updated into today's patch. It appears not to have been by the sounds of it, so that's a shame. Alright, so we're flying back towards Dublin. Is there anything while I'm here that you want me to check out before I just pop a flight plan in back to Dublin, and we'll try and get this thing on the ground? So let me know in the comments if you want me to try anything out. Will, yes, the fly-by-wire mod is broken, as is Rex Weather, but it will be coming back. The fly-by-wire team are working on it now. Okay, so we'll do an ILS approach to runway 10. I'm afraid I definitely don't know when the Thrustmaster Officer Pack is going to release in the US. Which star should we use? I'm not actually familiar with Edinburgh. Edinburgh? Not familiar with Dublin that well. EasyJet don't fly there, so where would this take me? Oh, that looks interesting. Nope, not that one. Oh, that one looks to head out towards Dublin. Yeah, oh well, why not? We'll go for that. Insert that. And let's hit manage mode, see what happens. So is this now just going to, let me just zoom out a little bit. Oh crikey. Oh, can we go direct to a waypoint? Oh, I've messed this up. Can we go direct there, that'll do. Can we go direct? Oh, so that works. That's promising. Oh, William, I've not actually checked the liveries. Mind you, having said that, I do not... Wow, that looks good. I do not have the liveries mega pack installed, just because I didn't want 500 liveries in there, which I was never going to use, because I only really fly the EasyJet livery, for obvious reasons. So I've just downloaded a single EasyJet livery, and do you know what, I've not actually tested it. I have got it loaded in here, so tell you what, once I land I'll see if I can get that livery up and see if it works. There's Dublin Airport, so that's there. Really do need fly-by-wire to work some magic. They're usually pretty quick at turning it around. I know they've got about 10 guys working on it at the moment. Sam, the procedure for a go-around. Right. That all depends. Do you have a Navigraph subscription? Yes or no? And that's actually quite important. The reason I say that is because for every approach chart, at the top of it there is a missed approach chart, and that is basically what you need to do, and it tells you exactly what to do in terms of in fact, let me just have a quick look at, so the approach we're doing here, we're doing an ILS approach to runway 10. So I'll read it out to you because I can't get that on screen for you at the moment, I'm afraid. So yeah, so the missed approach for the runway we're going to land at is climb straight ahead to the MaxEv waypoint to a maximum of 3,000 feet, turn left at a maximum of 220 knots to rejoin the radial 97 degrees Dublin inbound VOR, climbing to 5,000 feet and resume on flight route as directed by ATC. Okay, that all sounds very complicated. What you don't realise is actually what you should get once you have put in your McDo down here, your destination and the arrival runway, which I thought we already had. Why doesn't it say Echo India Delta Whiskey 10 right there? Is that another bug? I was doing it now. Oh, but doing that has completely messed. Oh, do you know what? I might just do a visual approach to get us lined up with the runway and the ILS, so that's fine. Yeah, so what once you've actually selected that, like I've just done there, what you would get in the real aircraft is when you get to the final fix, which is runway 10 right, where we're landing, it then has usually in bright blue writing all the fixes and the procedure down here for the missed approach. So it's already built into the navigation database normally. It's just not at the moment. So I'm afraid it's you have to rely on the charts and do exactly as the charts say until they implement it into the McDo as they are in real life. Do you recommend the Aerosoft A320? Thinking of buying it on FSX? Yes, Gabriel. Yes, I do. That is a very... I flew that for years. There's obviously the next step up from that is the FF Labs, which goes into much more detail. But if you just want to fly normal everyday procedures, RNAVs, VOR approaches, ILS approaches, basic flights, then yeah, the Aerosoft A320 is absolutely fantastic. Do I know when the A320 NX will be fixed? ASAP. That's all I can tell you at the moment, multi-gamer. Hi Max, evening mate, thank you for joining us. Does anyone know when or if GSX will be released? Good question. I hope it won't be too far because I do miss the pushback. Anyone that's watched my live streams will know that I use the thrust reversers for pushback and then the tiller to steer, just because I don't want to be talking to the ground crew while I'm connected to VATSIM and swapping between frequencies. Yeah, hopefully fly-by-wire will work their magic. So, where are we? About 7.5 miles and we'll make the turn for the ILS, and we want to intercept. I've just got the charts here. We're intercepting it at... where are we? 8, 9, 10, oh, we intercepted about 12 miles at 3,000 feet. So if I turn on the landing system, oh, we can make the turn now. We're at 3,000 feet. and that's actually the waypoint we should intercept it at Rissab. There we go. So with that in mind, we'll enter the approach phase. I don't suppose anyone recalled the weather from earlier, did they? Okay. I was just going to put the information in there. Well, we've got ILS radio altimeter, 200 feet for our decision height. And let's start slowing the aircraft down. Flaps 1. Interestingly enough, look at that. It says Mac up there. Can we change that now? Oh dear. Nope. That's something else that needs fixing. Instead, what you can do actually, if you come into selected mode and just look at the green, the blue triangle over here. So yeah, we're stuck in Mac mode for some reason until FlyByWire bring out the update, so you can use that to change it. But they are large jumps, of course, because you're working in Mac numbers and not knots. Oh, that's a pain. Yeah, William, it was a known issue. I thought they had actually fixed that, unless known issues. Do you know what? I'll just have to have a look at that in a moment. I just need to get on the ILS for Dublin. And the airport's probably hidden behind the glare shield, just the windshield. Just there. Alright, so make the turn now. And we can go flaps 3. And I'm going to actually set the final approach speed of 145 knots, which means if we go back into manage mode, we'll let that handle it, as we're stuck in Mac. Okay, so I just want to bring this around. Realistically, you don't want to intercept the ILS at more than a 30-degree angle, so 130 would be ideal for this. There's the runway, we can see it over there in the distance. Was the update worth it? Oh mate, the problem is, even if it's not worth it, you're stuck with it. There's nothing you can do. Okay, I'm going to enter the approach mode, and localizer is, we're going to localizer mode, are we already? Okay, localizer alive, glide slope is active. Normally we should get blue GS just here in the real aircraft, but that's not happening. Do you think FlyByWire will ever come out with an openable cockpit window? I don't know. Strangely enough, if you get the Aerosoft one, you can open the cockpit window on that. That's funnily enough. I would say I agree with William that the update is worth it. The water reflections look good. The evening night lights look very good. Where are we? 8 miles, geared down. Full flaps, brakes to low, spoilers armed. We can't ding the cabin because we're not in the FlyByWire mod. Is FS Labs more detailed and professional than the Aerosoft? Yes, definitely. But it's also a lot more expensive. Okay, so where are we? About 2,000 feet, coming in nicely. We're at our final approach speed. Flaps a set. So I would stay with, say we've got a good stable approach. Shall we see if we get a wing drop? Have they fixed that? Wicked Wolf, good evening. Did the autopilot get fixed for most planes? I can only comment on the A320 as that's the only plane I fly. I can't really answer that until FlyByWire come back with their proper aircraft. It broke the FlyByWire mod, so we're back in the default aircraft for now. You're right, they're pretty quick. They'll get it sorted. Can't wait out for PMDG to bring out the 737. Do you know what? That doesn't interest me in the slightest. I can't fly a 737. I haven't been trained to fly a 737, so that would be me in the dark. I could probably get one on the ground. Oh, look at this. We are slightly offset. So I'm going to go manual. We're at 1000 anyway, so over to a manual approach. That probably had something to do as well with me intercepting the localizer at a greater than 30-degree angle. I have noticed that, and I have known other people have the same issues. Notice how we're bang on the localizer, on the glide slope, but the pappies say we're too high. That's not all that unusual. The closer you get to the airfield, the less reliable the pappies become in real life. So always stick to the glide slope. Small corrections. Having said that, this glide slope does look a bit off, doesn't it? It's going to drop any second.
100.
We are too high. There we go.
50, 40, 30, 20. Retard. 5.
Ouch! Good job it was a test flight. I was waiting for one of the wings to drop there, but that glide slope didn't seem very accurate at all. I'm going to check that on the chart in a second. So that glide slope just looked like it disappeared right at the last minute. What's the gradient for that? Yeah, it's a normal 3-degree glide slope angle looking at the chart, so that shouldn't have happened, but that's a bug that we'll have to live with. Should have gone visual. Should have ignored the instruments and gone visual. We could have done. Don't worry, William, I was screaming inside as well. Right, okay, so tell you what we will do. Let's just, you know what, I don't need to taxi to the airfield, to the airport. Let me just have a look. If we go to live, so that's as it should be right now, live weather. Okay, so do you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to type in so you guys can see. This is the live weather from Dublin at the moment. Just bear with me. Echo India Delta Whiskey. Alright, so this was updated 19 minutes ago. This is live weather from Dublin. So we've got wind is 210 at 14 knots. Visibility is 10 kilometers or more. Few clouds, so we've got clouds at 1,000 feet, few clouds at 1,400 feet, and broken clouds at 2,000 feet. Well, the reason I'm doing this is I'm going to compare them in a moment when I tune to the 80s, because it does say that the meta updates have been updated, and the temperature is 15 degrees. So I will tune in. Oh, and the pressure is 1,000 hectopascals. So all those notes there. Let's see if we compare them to the Dublin 80s. Let's have a listen, guys. Let's see how close we are.
Dublin Airport information, Yankee 2000 Zulu. Wind 225 at 25. Visibility 6. Sky condition Few clouds at 1,000 feet. Few clouds at 4,600 feet. Few clouds at 11,600 feet. Temperature 9er. 2.10. QNH29er decimal 84. ILS runway 10 right in use. Landing and departing runway 10 right. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial
Okay.
contact. You have Yankee.
So there's still work.
Dublin Airport
Okay, let me
information,
turn you
Yankee
off.
2000
Go away.
Zulu.
There's still work to do there, isn't there? As you heard, still not 100% accurate. To be fair, the winds and the low-level clouds were pretty okay. The altimeter is not. The altimeter is well out. So if you're flying on VATSIM, that could cause a little bit of an issue, particularly if you're doing an RNAV approach. For more information on that, please do check out the RNAV tutorial I did yesterday, if you want to have a look at flying those. So I think, synopsis, the update is generally a positive one, but only when they've fixed the things that they've broken, which for me is mainly the fly-by-wire mod. Okay, so I think we're going to call it a day at that. Is there anything anybody else wants to see? Please just type your message, let me know, and we'll have a look. Oh, there was one thing, wasn't there? I'm just going to show you the. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. See if liveries still load, because I've not tried it. So let me just get to the main menu. Why do I use fly-by-wire instead of FS Labs? That is because the FS Labs A320 is not yet available for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. So as soon as it is available, then that will be purchased. Why don't you use reversers on landing? Noticed it. Unless it's going to be a short runway, I don't. I should, and it's purely just in real life, of course you do, but it's purely just my config setup. I just like to burn rubber and waste the brakes because it's not real money. But no, you're right, in real life it should be. So let's check the livery out. So here's the EasyJet livery. There we go. Let's close that. Do you know what? You can't have an EasyJet plane in Dublin. It doesn't happen. So let's go to Edinburgh. Edinburgh, zoom in. We'll depart from there. I'll set to live. Fly, and let's see what happens. See if it loads. MPS Gaming just did a flight and they have changed the settings for the control sensitivity. Had to change it for the joystick. Do you know what? I've not checked that. Let this load and I'll see if mine's all the same. I can tell you that none of my graphic settings have changed. They're all exactly the same, so that's good. That's all right. Loading time appears to have speeded up. Maybe that's just me. But that was very quick. No, Richard, EasyJet's pulled from the tune. It's no longer there. There's a lot of EasyJet pilots currently on unpaid leave, voluntary unpaid leave, for obvious reasons at the moment. So, what we got? Oh my word, look at that! No! Where's the orange gone? Oh well, now I'm depressed. No, the update wasn't worth it anymore. That's it. I've fallen out with them. That's insane. I definitely selected the EasyJet livery, didn't I? Oh, that's depressing. So I wonder if that means that no liveries work anymore. Oh no. We're now all going to be made to fly Airbus and Boeing liveries. Yeah, okay, there you go. Latest update. the latest update has broken the livery pack. Well, I say the livery pack, I only have the one livery, the EasyJet livery, and that no longer works. It's not there. Oh, do you know, I am actually depressed now. I feel like just taking off and crashing it into the North Sea. Oh, why would they do that? There's nothing left to test, is there really? I haven't got any other liveries on there to test anyway. As I say, I literally just have the EasyJet livery on there because the livery's mega pack, as mega as it is, you don't need 500 liveries clogging up your simulator. It just wastes space on the hard drive and creates extra loading time. Ooh. Oh, William, have you got a workaround? Do you know what? Should we go on then? Should we try it? Alright, so I'm following your instructions, William. If this breaks, it's on you. So, main menu. Let's just get back to it. do. Okay, so what am I doing first, William? So, flight sim settings to enable the developer mode, which I've incidentally never done before. I'm not a computer whiz. I'll be the first to hold my hands up at that. So, let's have a look. Clink123 said it. Oh, I'm sorry if I missed that. So, developer mode. Next, open the drop down in the menu bar at the top of the flight sim and create new project. Do what? Oh, now you are going to lose me. Oh, here we go. New project. And create a new project. After at the top of your screen, click to... Oh, what am I doing with this? So, okay, I'm going to call it My Project EasyJet. Okay, so let's see if this wonderful solution has worked.
Tower, EZ320 at runway 6 ready for takeoff.
Come on. It's... Oh, I need to get outside. Hi, William. I was speaking. I've just realised I'd muted the mic as I went into developer mode, so apologies, guys, for that. Oh my god! Look at that. It's worked. There we are. The orange is back. All is forgiven, Microsoft. How strange. What a weird fix. Hooray indeed. Thank you, Will, for that, for talking me through that. I wouldn't have had a clue what I was doing otherwise. Oh, that's great. Do you know what? Now that I've got my EasyJet livery back, I'm going to have to take off. I am happy again. Happy again. Although, strangely enough... Oh, it's alright. I thought the sensitivities... that was something I was going to check, see if the sensitivities had changed. Let's... Oh, do you know what? They might have. That was a bit of a drastic departure, wasn't it? I need to change the camera angle. Okay. Do you know what? Yeah, I was going to try the loop. Can we turn these off? We can. We're not overspeeding. Why on earth does it do that? We're at 240 knots. Let's turn off some of the protections. So, MPS. Yeah, I'm going to just have a quick check, see if any of my controls have changed. Sensitivity. No, they are all exactly where they were. So that, oh, actually, hang on, that one looked a bit strange. What was that? That one has changed. You're quite right. Why on earth? What's happened there? The rudder has changed terribly. Actually, we've got extra options here, haven't we? Sensitivity minus, sensitivity plus. That wasn't like that before, was it? Is that new? So if we balance those out, does that... okay. Well, that's getting complicated. And then if we... They have altered the sensitivity settings, haven't they? So... Right. They've added a couple more axes and the way you trim those. Okay. So that's something new. Well, let's apply and save that. Go back. Resume this celebratory flight because I've got my orange livery back. I'm leaving your airspace and you're not going to like what I'm about to do. So yes, we nearly did overspeed actually there whilst we were trying that. Yeah, so that's something new. The good lord, there's a cloud. The new sensitivity settings. I had not read about those in the update, so that is new. Oh, I've turned auto trim off, haven't I? Oh, of course I have. Completely forgot about that. Okay, we're going to fly in direct low. For those of you unfamiliar with direct low, basically the Airbus is now no longer an Airbus, it's a Boeing. Turn the flight director off as well. Let's get above the clouds. So can I pitch up more than 30 degrees? Yep. Good. All right then. So now we've got the protections off. There's something you wouldn't see every day. Still struggling with elevator control, bringing that back up. Oh, can still, there we go. We'll wave the tail a little bit. Oh, we've overstressed the aircraft. Okay, well, you know what? Never mind. We have covered basically everything in that I wanted to try and cover tonight. So basically, a quick roundup. The camera views have all changed, and the way that you access those. So, not a plus point the way they've labelled those. You used to have a little bit of information as to what each view was pointing at, but that's by the by. We can live with that. The night lights and the night lights look far better. Very happy with that. They're not as glaring, and they're a little bit more pinpoint with accuracy, so that's great. The reflections, we've seen those on the saw those over the Irish Sea earlier. They look good. They're fantastic. Glad we've got those back. Huge plus point, we can now plan our weight in kilograms for us European airlines. That's fantastic as well. Currently, Rex weather is broke. The fly-by-wire mod is broke. And Coley, what's that? The moon is not working properly after the update either. The button's not working. Then it crashes to desktop. Oh, that sounds like a bad day all round, doesn't it? I'm afraid I can't comment on the Mooney. I don't fly them. So we're currently waiting for the fly-by-wire guys to fix that, so we don't have to fly the default A320 anymore. Other than that, I think that's about it. Oh, and the sensitivities, they've all changed as well, the way you adjust those. So yeah. And of course, liveries, you need to do a bit of jiggery pokery. Is the best phrase I can think of to describe that, to get those working again. But thankfully, thanks to William, he helped me through that, and I can actually fly my my nice EasyJet aircraft again. It's sat there in the hangar, looking beautiful. Actually, it's looking rather blurred there at the minute, but nice and cinematic. So that's good. In fact, all planes are broken for you after the new patch. Oh dear, that's not good, is it? I said definitely the A320 is, well, it's not broken, but the fly-by-wire one is. Gabriel, can't wait for tomorrow's stream. Excellent. Do you know what? I will try and show the flight planning right from the start, or even if I don't show the flight planning stage right from the start, because it can be a bit tedious. What I will do is I will get the sim brief bit all set up for you. If you want to actually see how that's done, check out my channel. There is an advanced setup for the McDo, which actually goes through putting the full sim brief flight plan into the McDo. I will warn you now, I stupidly left the flight plan up for half of that, so there's actually, I created a playlist, so there's the main tutorial for doing it, and then there's an addition to it where you can actually see, and I go through the stuff which I basically messed up as I was doing that. So yeah, that's definitely worth watching if you want to follow that through. Programming a sim brief tutorial all the way through into the McDo. Try landing challenge at New York with the 747. Oh, go on then. Just to close the stream out. Let's just close the stream off for the evening. I'll go back and let's have a look. What is the what landing challenges have we got? The Transylvania landing challenge. Ciceride Bridge, ancient castles. To reach a small airfield, pilots must wing their way through foreboding skies, stormy weather above the Romanian countryside, and descend into a region notoriously cloaked in darkness. Go on then, I will do this. I'll have a look at this, and then that will close the stream off for the evening. So 85 knots, 65 knots. I have no idea what aircraft this was, by the way, so this will be fun. Give me the A320, I'll do it in that. So let this load. It does look quite scary as well. Great sunset, that. Gabriel, you already did. Fantastic. Alright guys, so we'll do this and then I will sign off and see you tomorrow. So we're aiming for what looked like a pumpkin landing strip. Oh, at least we're in a Cessna. Well, that's how I learned to fly years ago. But straight away, I would like to change the camera angle so I can actually see Okay, that looks good, but does anyone know where we're going? Okay, that actually made me jump. Wasn't expecting that. Even in the Cessna doing the Halloween landing challenge, the attitude indicator's broken. Is it? Do you know what? You might be right. Ooh. So where's this Halloween landing strip then? Have I flown past it? If anyone can see it, give us a shout. Probably see it right at the very last minute as well. Actually, strangely enough, that's a good point. Throughout everything we just did anyone notice any lightning? Have they fixed that? They might have finally fixed all the lightning, because I was on live weather. Okay, I can see what could potentially be an airstrip down there. We've got green and red lights. Oh wow, the HSI is broke, isn't it? Do you know what? Maybe that's part of the challenge. Are we headed down here? Nope. I'm going to give up in a minute. Can anyone see any pumpkins on the ground? To be fair, even if I mess up the landing challenge, those graphics are phenomenal. Over to the left, thanks Coley. Follow your advice, mate. Have you done this before? I thought I'd just jump in and see what it was like. Oh, is that it up there? Is that it? Oh no, that's water reflecting down the mountains. Land in the green pumpkin patch just past the 4 lights on the right. There's a lot of lights on the right there, Ollie. So I thought that was it, but that looks like a stream that's just... Oh, left. Oh, well, okay. Alright, mate. I'm going to let you be my navigator for this, Ollie. We're going to the left. If I keep the... I'll tell you what, I'll just keep us straight and level till you tell us to go any further. I was actually looking... I was expecting them to be in the mountains. If nothing else, this is a great tutorial of the new night lighting system, though. That looks good. And that thundercloud up there looks epic. Still a little to the left. Okay. Look to the left. Still can't see any orange pumpkins. Ah, hang on. What's that? Is that them? There they are. Alright, got ya. Okay. Now, next question. Does it matter which way I come in to land at them from? If I should have landed in the opposite direction, then... oh well, never mind. Has anybody seen a sky like this in the game generally, or has this just been created for this Halloween challenge? Because this looks fantastic. It's been a long time since I've been in a real Cessna. So is the touchdown zone on the other at the other end of the runway? Let's have a look. Oh, it is. There's the touchdown zone. Right, in that case, oh, we're gonna have to make a... have to go downwind, make a base, and spin it round. How did I get the Halloween landing challenge? It's on the main menu, my pilot. Top right hand side. I thought we'd just do this to finish the stream off for the evening, as we just for a bit of fun. But as someone pointed out, all the instruments are actually broken. I think that's part of the challenge. Alright, so we're going to make a very short turn to base leg and try and plant the aircraft down on the landing site. Got you, Ollie. I'm with you now, mate. So... does that speed indicator work, or is that bust as well? Oh no, that works. Okay. Downwind. Base leg. A very short base leg. Let's see how we do. Don't think we got the touchdown zone, but we got a gentle landing. Look at the reflections of the pumpkins, that's awesome. Ooh, we've also run into the farmer's field. That'll annoy him. You did not land on the designated runway. No, actually, I think we flew straight past it, didn't we? Oh well, never mind. Guys, that's been great. Enjoyed that tonight. Hope you found the little review of the update earlier useful. So basically, we're waiting for the Fly-by-Wire guys to fix the A320 mod. Waiting for Rex to fix their software as well. So that works. We've got kilograms. The night lights look great. The reflections look great. Few tweaks to the sensitivity settings. Have a look at check that out. And the views screens have changed as well from inside the cockpit. Other than that, I think that just about covers everything. If you've enjoyed that, please do subscribe to the channel. Check out some of the tutorials on the A320 if that's what you're wanting to do. Hit the like button, and obviously there'll be more live streams, the next one being tomorrow, where we're going to depart from Tel Aviv and come back to... do you know what? I haven't decided yet. I'll have a look, see where we're going to fly back to tomorrow from Tel Aviv. Might depend on who's online with VATSIM, so we can get a bit of ATC going as well. Thanks for watching, everyone, and it's been great to have you on board. All great company, and I shall see you again soon. Bye bye for now.